Okay, my Straight Dog family, you hear that theme song, and you know it's time for another edition of Straight Talk, and time for me to apologize for what seemed to be a tardy start tonight, but forgive me for that. Something beyond my control. But it's time for me to bid you a good night, wherever you are in St. Kitts and or Nevis, and all throughout the entire Caribbean region. For those of you in the Kittitian and Nevisian diaspora, I know some of you are in Africa, there's some of you in Europe, there's some of you in Asia, and there are a whole lot of you all over North America. So I'm at liberty to say good night. I can say good morning, and or I can say good afternoon, because one of such greetings is applicable to the region in which you now find yourselves. Perhaps on a short vacation, maybe, just maybe on a business trip, or what am I saying? There's no business going on. That used to be. Some of you just getting out of lockdown, and many of you in North America, especially in the New York area, under the snow. Lovely weather for the ducks, lovely weather just to stay inside. Turn your equipment on and listen to the Straight Talk program. Straight Talk is a public service program. In the event you join us for the first time, that facilitates and promotes free expression on all issues of national interest, be they legal, be they technological, be they economic, social, and or political issues. On Straight Talk, you do have a forum to express yourselves freely. Let's, in the process, as Straight Talk family, continue to keep St. Kitts and Nevis as one of the freest countries in the entire world. On this program, we try also to raise the level of national discourse. We try to raise the level of national discussion by alerting our people to their rights, to their responsibilities, and certainly to their obligations. My name is Ian Patches Liburd, and I give Almighty God thanks for blessing me with another opportunity to join you in conversation as Straight Dog family on yet another occasion. And if you are a first timer, really on this program, we try to make it one of participation. It's a participative program, what am I saying here? And by that I mean you have access via the telephone lines to make your input. And if you are so minded to do so, then the numbers are 465-2555 and or 718-577-2916. There are those who like the cloak of anonymity, that's what I call it. They just don't want to be heard for whatever reason. They just don't want to be heard. So we provide them access via our email platform, and that address is Straight Talk, or rather ZIZSTRAIGHTALK@gmail.com. So that's ZIZ Straight Talk at gmail.com. And on my program on Monday, I'm starting on a solemn note tonight. I forgot to extend condolences to the family of our departed brother, Butchel Crook. I understand he just departed suddenly and has gone to the great beyond. But death, they say, is a process. And we hold up his family in prayers, and we trust that they will overcome whatever difficulties they may be facing at this particular moment in time. And Dog family, I received quite a lot of calls after my program on Monday, after Monday night's edition of Street Talk. And I've received a lot of requests to extend the discussions. And I'm so minded. Tonight I feel morally and professionally bound to continue the conversation on this COVID-19 pandemic, especially since in the Federation we have, as I said last week, or on Monday, sorry, that we have received or are in receipt of thousands of doses of the vaccine, which has given us the hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Recall that we reflected on that dreadful day on the 24th of March 2020 when the news broke about our first 2 cases, my Street Dog family, that were imported. They were actually imported into the Federation, which was a shock to all Kititians and Nevisians. We also reflected on the balance between public health and the economy. In St. Kitts Nevis, for example, we have been protecting the healthcare system, even though we reopened our borders. And we have been protecting the healthcare system, and having reopened our borders and businesses, it was a delicate act that we balance. Many countries around the world, and here in the Caribbean, have still not got it right. And some are asking the question, is it actually possible? And we had a very interesting intervention from a brother in Jamaica, way down north in Jamaica. And he made this intervention which actually is still reverberating in my ears as I speak. He said this.
Greet you well, and I am calling from one of your neighboring islands, Jamaica. I want to urge the people of St. Kitts and Nevis that continue to hold strain, continue to work with your government as you are a shining example of what can be achieved when a country comes together, when a people come together and realizes the importance of balancing health and balancing the economic outcome.
I'm very interested in my Street Dog family, because he asked the question, can an economy survive with 10%, 50%, or its entire population in isolation? And that's a very frequent question that have been asked. The records in St. Kitts Nevis clearly showed that lockdown, though, played a critical role in reducing cases of COVID-19 in the Federation and halting the spread of the virus. One of the lessons we also learned, or that was reinforced by our actions, is that we all live in one global village. The coronavirus knew no national boundaries. Thus, international coordination and cooperation was always necessary and became very essential, and still is very essential, my Straight Dog family. In our closely connected global economy, no country can stand on the sidelines watching other countries fight the virus. That's a no-no. This meant that countries needed to share information and resources. Mandatory lockdowns and social distancing are effective in slowing down the spread of the virus infections. And testing is key to slow down the spread of the virus, especially when people who contracted the virus can be asymptomatic yet infectious, I should say. But the trade-off between the health and the economy is real and needed to be discussed front and center. We look at the situation in St. Lucia. We look at the situation as well in Barbados. And the brother in Jamaica as well, he told us about Jamaica and what transpired in Jamaica. And we listened quite clearly, and we are happy for the actual kudos that he gave to us. And remember what he said, my Straight Talk family, when he said this as well.
And I think we should have adopted the protocols that you were using in St. Kitts and Nevis, then we would have been in a far way better position. We're now at 18,000, almost 19,000 cases. And our hospitals are coming under pressure. And so sometimes, you hear people complain. And when you look at what your country has been able to achieve, it is absolutely amazing that within the Caribbean you will find two countries, Dominica and the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, who are virtually COVID-free. Yeah? And I really want to congratulate the Team Unity government, the government which you served in the previous administration, and you're continuously to serve now in a different capacity. And so I really want to tell you guys, you're doing an excellent job.
And my Straight Talk family, when we've reflected on St. Lucia, and was there balance? We ask ourselves that question.
Mr. Prime Minister, I'm curious. I know that for St. Lucia, tourism is 65% of your GDP. I'm curious how bad the hit was when the pandemic began and how you feel your economy is doing right now.
So the hit was severe. I mean, our government revenues went down by over 50%. We had huge unemployment, just exactly what took place in the United States of America. We had to introduce a social stabilization program, which was income support, and certainly making sure that people were generally safe. We're now going into phase 4 of our program, where we're now stimulating the economy by getting a lot of construction going to be able to substitute for some of the jobs. We've seen a huge resurgence in the back of the office operation, so we've added 1,300 new jobs since we've done that. But certainly you have to appreciate replacing $600 million of what we call free capital, tax money, and now having to borrow money to be able to replace that is going to put a significant amount of stress on our macro our indicators.
I'm a Straight Talk family. The lockdown measures implemented in St. Kitts Nevis, let's not lose sight of the reality. It led to a record number of unemployment or severance payment claims. And it also exposed some rogue employers. Yes, I call them rogue employers because they deducted or made deductions from the employees but never unpaid it, if I can use that term, to the Social Security Board as required by the law. But that's for another time, my Straight Talk family. We have received vaccines, and there has been a rollout in terms of the plans as it relates to the priority and the distribution centers as well here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And these are the vaccination sites, I believe, that would be distributed I think I stand to be corrected on the 22nd.
Distribution. Now, in terms of vaccine cold chain, in St. Kitts and Nevis, we are presently improving and expanding our storage capacity for vaccines at the central medical stores at the JNF General Hospital and at Alexandra Hospital. And so these would be our principal storage points, but then vaccines will also be transferred to the Poxon Hospital and Mary Child's Hospital, where we have generators. And then on the vaccination days, vaccines will be transferred from these storage points to the point of service delivery, where are the vaccination sites. So in essence, the health centers are the designated vaccination sites. So yes, in St. Kitts, 11 health centers, Nevis, 6 health centers. These health centers will be deemed our vaccination sites. So at present, the Ministry of Health, we are ascertaining our state of readiness for the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine. And so each health center is tasked with ensuring that they have adequate supply of, syringes, needles, alcohol swabs, etc. Everything that will be required to administer this vaccine safely to our people.
And yes, my straight up family, there are also groups of phases as well as it relates to distribution. And they're very important, and this is very important information, and we should listen up and hear what the actual enumeration, I think it's called the immunization, or the National Immunization Committee, has put in place as it relates to the phases. And the first phase was disclosed by Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws.
Prioritization and targeting. So as I said before, we have been allocated about 21,600 doses. We've received 2,000 doses last week. And so at present we have coverage for approximately 20% of our population. And so we are going to have to prioritize and target the priority groups in the initial stages. And so the National Immunization Committee would have met and determined the target groups for the various stages. And so we will roll out this plan in 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. And I will give you an overview of the priority groups in each of these stages. And so in stage 1, we have stage 1A, healthcare workers who are working in the front line. This includes all the specialists, internists, doctors and nurses working on the COVID-19 wards, St. Kitts and Nevis, the operating theaters in both islands, ICU, emergency room, and all the nurse managers and the nurses who go and take samples at various quarantine sites and at the hotels, and also the personnel working on the ambulances. Stage 1B includes the border protection staff working on the front line along the corridor of containment. So this includes port health staff, immigration, customs, ground transportation, and hotel workers on the front line. Stage 1C includes the executive arm of government and essential workers outside of the health sector. And these include police and defense force, coast guard, fire and rescue. We will also look at or target older adults with chronic diseases, meaning those chronic conditions that places them at higher risk for severe COVID disease. So that means older adults with diabetes, respiratory conditions like emphysema, asthma, renal disease, and autoimmune conditions and coagulopathies. We are also advised to have an emergency reserve of vaccines for utilization in the case of an outbreak, meaning clusters or even community spread. So these are the target groups for the first phase of our rollout of our COVID-19.
What about phase 2, my Straight Talk family? That too was disseminated.
So in terms of stage 2, I'm going to describe the priority groups in the second stage. Healthcare workers who are at moderate to high risk, and these include those working in nursing homes and home care services, laboratory staff, etc. We are also targeting older adults with no or one comorbidity. We are also looking at persons under 60 years of age with chronic diseases, so that the middle age group with chronic diseases. And then we are also going to be targeting socioeconomic groups, including low-income migrant settlements, disadvantaged persons registered in the social security benefit systems, persons with disabilities, low-income groups, hard-to-reach populations, and persons with mental disease. So these are the target groups for stage 2. Stage 3?
Yes, and the final stage, stage 3, was also revealed.
Stage 3, we will be targeting all the staff and teachers in the Ministry of Education from the early childhood phase to the tertiary level. And then we will also target essential workers outside of the health system. And these include municipal services, other civil servants, persons working in agriculture, the food industry, ground and sea transportation, etc. We will also target social employment groups like prison workers and residents, persons working in the manufacturing industry, persons at New Horizon Detention Center, Children's Home, and the offshore medical school dorms. We are going to also include all other persons in the society in this phase, or in stage 3. And so this would include all our young adults and middle-aged adults who may not have any chronic illness. And so
Yes, my Straight Talk family, so covered. What do you think about the prioritization and targeting as recommended by the National Immunization Committee in terms of the 3 phases of distribution and administration or administering of this vaccine? What do you think about the value of the science? Because science has really become clearer and clearer in this pandemic, as it is a strong view in all quarters that vaccines are ultimately what will end the spread of the virus. But that only time will tell, my Straight Talk family. In the meanwhile, the government has been doing an excellent job, and the leader is advocating strongly that we should take the vaccine. What do you think, my Straight Talk family?
We want every citizen and resident, Mr. Speaker, who is eligible to receive the vaccine to take it. By taking the vaccine, you are not only protecting yourself, but those around you, and those who are too young, too frail or ill to take the vaccine. There is, we are aware, a global anti-vaccine campaign that has impacted our citizens and residents, and it has created a real challenge to our efforts to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. We believe that vaccination is a most important tool in the fight to end this pandemic and ensure a return to normalcy.
Well, that's the big question. After the vaccination drive, would we in St. Kitts Nevis return to normalcy? How long will this immunization program take? Will you get the vaccine? Will you get the virus after taking the vaccine? Those are questions that will be answered in time, and perhaps you will have your own views in particular on those questions. What about the anti-vaccine campaign? Those who are suggesting that we should not take the vaccine. These are the issues before us tonight. I'm going to open the lines, my straight up family, and entertain your calls, entertain your emails. Remember, I always like to implore you that when I open the lines, which I'll do in a few seconds, I anticipate that you will respect others. And of course, to achieve that, you must first respect yourselves. Let us, in the process, try to be fair to all concerned. Let us ensure that the things we say and or do will be beneficial to all concerned. Let us also, my straight up family, in saying and doing those things, let us strive to build a kinder, gentler St. Kitts and Nevis. Again, the numbers are 465-2555 and 718-577-2916. The lines are open, my straight up family, at 24 before 9. I go straight to the lines. Caller, you are live.
Good evening, Dr. Ian Patrick Liburd. How are you?
Good evening, my brother.
Okay. Well,
Peaceful. Yourself?
yeah, I'm peaceful too, man. First of all, you turn off a little bit too quick. There is a new menu we have down here now that you would love. You don't have to go down by Bar Blue, go look in the pork. We have a new menu on the plate named Lebanese lobster. Not the red lobster, the Lebanese lobster. So you would love that. Well, anyway, I want to congratulate the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Honorable Sean Kenneth Richard. He has done a wonderful job on Tuesday night with leadership matters. He handled himself well and his position. He represented the Federation well on his program. So, Dr. Richard, all the big up to you in the world. You did well. Now, Patrick, this corona business and the vaccine that the whole world is looking forward to get. It is a good thing because there have been many vaccines before. We had many diseases that passed through. So many of them that I can't even remember all of them to name them, but it's not necessary to name them. We all have to get our vaccine, whether we like it or not. I was afraid of the needle, but in the end I had to take it. Well, everybody have a right to decide what they want for themselves. If they don't want to take the vaccine, that is their rights. And if they want to take the vaccine, that is also their rights. But I know for sure, as long as they remember me, I taking mine. Because I have taken a lot of vaccine before, and I ain't dead, I'm still here. And it's only God, the Creator. He knows what's going to happen tomorrow, and only He knows what will happen after we take the vaccine and before we take the vaccine. So nobody can say, well, after we take the vaccine, this ain't going to happen, that going to happen. Only God knows, and we have to depend on Him. The last thing I want to say in my first do, too long, a lot of wrongs been going on in the Federation. A lot of people are abusing the government facilities. And when I say abusing it, they are abusing it because They are using the government facilities, wide wall, both in Nevis and down here, illegally. And once you do something illegally, you are not registered. I leave that for the people them who know that the service is being abused. I'll come back. Thank you so long.
Thank you, my brother. And yes, we go back to the lines at 20 before the 9 o'clock hour. What do you think about the immunization program that is being rolled out? Caller, you're live.
Hey, Patches, how are you doing this evening?
I am peaceful, my brother. Yourself?
Oh, great. Hope all is well with you and the cold weather is treating you well. Remember, warm socks, a nice scarf, a nice warm scarf, and a warm hat. I mean, you know the drill. You lived in England, right? You studied there, so you know the drill, even though it's not as cold in England as it is in the United States. Go ahead, Patches.
Sorry, I was going to say, people always say that about English not as cold. 9 below zero is cold.
Yeah, that kind of come. How often, you know? I've been there and enjoyed the weather in England compared to the States. But you will know. Anyhow, I'll hit the thing later that the vaccine. Now, I hope you're not losing, Patches, that fire in the belly for justice and freedom of speech. I hope you're not losing it, because a gentleman called and asked you about this stuff with Victor Williams and the court and what happened to him, what the court did with him, and you tell him you're going to research it. There's nothing to research, my friend. It's right there. It's in the open square. It's there. It's in the public square. It's in the public domain. You just have to go to eccourts.org, Patches, and it's there. That's the same place you went to find it with Dwyer and Douglas, so you got to see all the line and go on, you know. So don't let nobody intimidate you, okay? You're the one who gave us our freedom of speech. You, Patches, Liburd. Without you, you have people who are trying to deny us our freedom of speech, and you're the one who saved the people of St. Kitts from Nevis. So don't let nobody intimidate you. Go up and read what the court tells Victor Williams. Okay, Victor Williams from Half Mumbai, who was the head of the building board. No, let's move on to something else. So you don't have to research nothing, Patches. And we know you mean well, but you being there for petitions, you saved us, okay? No. So nothing to research. Just go to EC Courts and type in that boy's name or my name, and you'll see everything what the court did. Okay, they chased him out to the court. Some of these people like to go and make fool of the court. And some of them get to everything. Some of these people get away with it. I don't know how to do it, but you go and read it. Now, let me touch the vaccine stuff quickly. Couldn't you guys get the Pfizer vaccine instead of this, AstraZeneca? Because I wouldn't mess with this instinct. Go up to the States and get the one. Get the one up there in the States. Pfizer. The AstraZeneca is not doing good with the variant. And there's a lot, the variants are coming like crazy now. So, you best to get it up the well. I won't get it here. I won't get it in St. Kitts, period. And let me tell you, Patrick, petitions are asking for the pandemic. They're big in faith. I've been down in Old Road like 2 weeks ago, and nobody, and I like the people in Old Road because they're very ambitious. They have even though not as big as Sandy Point, they have their own little business. You go there on a Saturday, it's lively at night. But nobody wears a mask. Nobody wears a mask. Why is that? They're big in faith. The same thing around past here. Nobody's wearing a mask. Dr. Harris did good. He started out good, and he's doing good too. But the policemen have to do their work. They're not doing their work. They could make a lot of money. The government you have to give people tickets. I just don't let nobody near me. You see it in Basti, you see it in Allwood, but I'll go with the Pfizer. The jab from Pfizer. I'm not too crazy about AstraZeneca. You see South Africa sent back theirs, right? They don't want it. So this is what's going on. But you are the man who stood up for petitions, and don't give up. You keep that fire in your belly, that fire of justice and Freedom of speech. Our people have become sick. You have to attack this one night also about the mental sickness on the bare-faced TV that's going on in St. Kitts, okay? You have to think that. But Patrick, all the best to you and stay warm.
Thank you, my brother. And as I said, we will look at that particular. I'm not going away. I'm not one who runs away from problems, because you really, if you run away from a problem, you never solve it. So that's always my approach. But in terms of the AstraZeneca versus the Pfizer, that's always the debate, English versus CS. But let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live. Hello, caller.
Greetings in the name of our great African ancestors, especially the most honorable Marcus.
Yes, caller, are you there? Seem to have lost that caller. My straight dog family. Don't know what's happening in the lines. But we're actually looking at the COVID. At the COVID. We seem to have lost the COVID other caller rather, but let's go back to the lines. Let's go back to the lines. Let's see if we have this caller. Caller, you live.
Yes. Good evening, Honorable Patrice. I wanted to understand about the COVID thing, but I still want to understand about National Bank and the money was shut down, and Social Security and the Post Office gave us off, and the Development Bank and the other bank of New Street. I want to know what problem they have, because all of them linked to government bank, and everybody wants in town is arguing, and a lot of police were there today that you can't get all the money you want. You have to deposit before you withdraw, and that is bad. And I'm looking out for the police, the nurses, the doctors, and all government workers to see what's going on this month in. And you have a blessed night, and I wanted the things them. And I want my money to, I got money in the fixed deposit to put on a room, and he was crying and help me, and I give me all your money. So have a good night.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, I is.
So you lost some money?
I have some money in there, but people is saying that when you go to put the money in the tellers them, they give you trouble with the money. You got to change the check, they give you trouble to change the check. So I want to know what's going on in the bank, because the machine is shut down and you can't get no update. They're using the ordinary computer, not the computer we hook up in there. So something going on in there, you all need to come to tell the public, because this going on like the bank report Rockies was that a lot of people get out the money, and we the small people can't get out with money. So if you want to cut me off, you cut me off by looking out for my country. And we get the drugs from Dominica. So how come Dominica gives us drugs and we send me money to get the drugs? Yes.
Let me say something to you.
Tell me what you say now.
I have a package to send to you, right? She's gone. That's my good Labour friend who's been asking me to send a package for her. So I'll send her a computer and get her online. So instead of listening to what people say, she can go online herself and do her online banking and see what's happening with her accounts. What about that? I'm sure she'll enjoy that. But let's get back to the issue at hand, my Street Dog family. That's just a light moment. The issue at hand is the COVID vaccine. What do you think about the plan that's been laid out by the National Immunization Committee and the 3 stages. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you are live.
It is a good plan. But I got a cousin. He is a pastor of a church. And he always arguing in the church that they don't want him to do nothing in the church. They don't want him to lead nor nothing. Well, they give him a turn to preach. And when he went up for the pulpit, he can't find Genesis in the Bible. Well, if he can't find Genesis, how we going to preach? See you.
Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live.
Good night. And how what now?
Peaceful. Turn the equipment down.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down. I'm down now. Yes. This plan sounds good. But what I would like to know, first I would like to know, is it a two-ply vaccine or a one? And I would like to know what date it's supposed to be supplied to the persons. And I would like to know, are you cold? I'm cold a little over here in Ohio. But how are your weather back in New York? Enjoy the night.
It's snowing, cousin.
Enjoy your night and be good. Okay, over here in South, it's cold. We have thundering and lightning and rain. So enjoy your night and be good. Bye.
Thank you very much. I believe, but I haven't heard. You mentioned two-ply. I think you meant a double dose or 2 doses of the vaccine. I haven't heard that. But in terms of the amount of vaccines that have received, I haven't heard it indicate it would be 2 doses of the vaccine. But we can get that cleared up. In terms of the date, I stand to be corrected. I think it's the 22nd, which is Monday. They start rolling out the first stage as outlined by the CMO. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you are live.
Good night to the ambassador. Ian touches Liburd. Good night.
Good night, my brother Politics. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. I'm here just listening to the program and listening to a little joke now and again, you know. You know, sometimes when you in anything you must find a little comedian, you know, eh? So I was once there to patches. Sometimes I don't know what to say. But God is helping me and give me the wisdom and the understanding to come on the way and deliver myself how I could do it. And I just want to commend the Honorable Sean Richard too, Deputy Prime Minister. I think you do a wonderful job on Tuesday night. And our representative, Miss Akila Byron Nisbet, I think she also do a wonderful job in the Parliament today. And I want to commend the Honorable Prime Minister and his cabinet. I think today they went in the Parliament and do the bill of the IT that update the Federation in technology, and that is so good. You understand? Because that is where we want. Everybody got to get computerized now and everything. We got to learn. No matter you want it or not, we got to learn. That is, with this vaccine, now you hear a lot of people saying they don't understand. Even educated people who should have went to university, calling in all kind of different way to talk show. So they don't understand, That is, I went to university. I support the Trinity Early School. You understand? And I listen to the Prime Minister, listen to the doctors, the CNO, and listen to them talking about the vaccine and how they're going to roll out the vaccine. I listen to even people in different countries, and so they're going to the vaccine going to show out and whatever, and I understand. So I don't know how some people don't understand this and understand that. But if it was the nether wrong, they will understand. But is, we know we'll get all those negative things because it's a unity government And a lot of people, they don't like unity. They don't want to be together as one. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the only choice for the people of this federation of St. Kitts and Nevis right now, with a unity government, because that is anything else other under this COVID. Patches, I believe that we have done some death can we on. I mean, all of that, Patches, all the COVID and affect us. Look how it affects some other countries that, you know. You affect us as that. We ain't have no killing from COVID. You see, every day got 1 hour still. People down here still. Patches, what you want us to go and contaminate and that a community spread in the federation. You know what take place in this country, Patches? So we got to go by the protocol, listen to the frontline workers, listen to Dr. Laws and Dr. Wilkinson and the team, and now we take the protocol. Can't do the last Saturday. People don't want to put on the mask. I don't know why people don't want to wear the mask. But if anyone go walk with my mask, even if I got a mountain, I got a mask in my pocket. Because I don't know who I'm going to talk to. I don't know who they don't know where they come from. Maybe they could come in the country illegally and come in with the corona and you don't know. That is the voice line left me. That is have a wonderful night. God bless.
Have a wonderful night as well, my dear brother. And in St. Kitts and Nevis, we have all along followed this science. Science advanced by the membership of the HEOC, headed by our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Laws, and ably assisted by the Medical Chief of Staff, my friend Dr. Cameron Wilkinson as well. We have followed the science. The value of the science has come over the last year or so, has become clearer and clearer. And the vaccine, it is said, ultimately what will end the spread of the virus. We have heard about the efficacy, the efficiency and so on, but time will tell. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live.
Patches.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me ask a simple question. What the program is all about? Is a one-sided program? Anybody could call in and make their views. Let me know.
Well, the program is your program. If you have a view,
not because I mean,
you just state your view.
Listen, I just sit down, I just let them hear and hear people calling and make their views, and then when they finish, other people are calling and they call them Malata and wrong name, and you say that you didn't want that happen on your program. So I want to know.
I make your point. You have a point to make?
Of course.
What is the point?
Because it seems as though when the people who on your side call in and I speak to you and I back you up, listen to them. But when other people who on the opposite side call in, you reject them. And it's wrong.
What side are you on?
And it's wrong.
What side are you on?
What's that mean? I am Labour side. I am God's side.
Right, and you having your say. So what is your point? So the point about the vaccines, do you have any contribution about the vaccine?
The vaccine? The vaccine will kill people in the St. Kitts.
Big pardon?
Some of people in the States are refraining from taking it. Some of people in the States are refraining from taking it. So come like we incentives, so we're not going to choice. We have to take it, otherwise we will lack off.
This is not true.
So I will explain that to you. I will listen to you.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, thanks for your input. Well, we have that.
Good night,
that's
Patty.
what Street
This is
Talk is all
Alpha
about.
Pemberton.
But let's go back to the lines. Caller, you are live.
Hey, good night, parties. This is Alva Pemberton in New York City. I would like to reinforce the Prime Minister's statement by encouraging everybody to take the vaccine, because I myself already took the vaccine and I didn't have no side effects of that. So therefore, I think it is imperative that everyone who has the opportunity to take the vaccine should take it. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks a lot for your input. Let's go back to the lines. Call your line. Hello, caller. Seem to have missed that caller. But it's not imperative that we take it. That's to be very clear. That everyone has that choice whether to take it or not. There's a recommendation that you should. But there's also an anti-vaccine campaign outside there. But in St. Kitts, is that a must that you take it? Let's go back to the lines. Call you live.
Good night, Mr. Patrice Liburd, Ambassador. How are you?
I am peaceful, sir. Yourself?
Greeting you from Jamdown. Very, very peaceful as well.
I thought that voice sounded familiar.
It does.
On the yard. Yes.
Well, yard is under pressure again, but I don't want to let the nice people of St. Kitts and Nevis start to worry too much about what is happening in Jamaica. So the situation is still as I had said on Monday. Nothing has changed. We are still increasing cases. We had 200 and something yesterday, 400 and something the day before. So we're battling it while you are the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis is boasting COVID free, boasting that they are COVID free and also having no deaths. But I tonight don't want to spend too much time on the health crisis issue because you have done so well in that manner that we don't really have to waste too much time on that tonight. I want to look at what I'm seeing in the media, because I am an average person who I really like. I'm a CARICOM man at heart. I love my region. I believe in integration. And one of the things that I'm seeing coming out of St. Kitts and Nevis is your approach to fighting crime, yes, and dealing with the crime situation. And I must commend the Prime Minister, who is also the Minister of National Security, if I'm not mistaken, yes. I must commend him for what I am seeing with the peace initiative, which is something I think we here in Jamaica should adopt, yes. Because if with the Step to Work program and also the other initiatives such as the Explorers Club, which you're now capturing young people from an early age so as to curb deviant behaviors, yes? And so I really want to commend your administration, commend your government, who is now also celebrating 6 years in office, yes, for that work in dealing with the crime situation, yes?
Do you think the peace initiative can work in Jamaica?
It can. One of the challenges that we face in Jamaica is that we have never really invested in social investment, yeah? So the government spent over $20 billion over the last 4 years to boost up the army and to boost up equipment and have more patrol planes for the seas and more vehicles for the police, which is good. However, we have not done a lot of investment on the social side, yeah, because crime is a social problem with economic underpinnings, yes. So we have a lot of oppressed areas in Jamaica that we know the hotspots, we know when the thing going pop up. So if you are not investing in the lives of the young people and in those who what we call you need to become violence interrupters, so you can deal with those issues before they come out into a situation. It's just a big fire. And so I really believe there's some things from you that we could learn. And then we also have a wonderful citizen of Jamaica, our goodly Colonel Sanders, right, who's an advisor to the Prime Minister on matters of national security, and would have done very well during his tenure at the Ministry of National Security here in Jamaica. And so we know that he understands it, because during the years of 2012 to 2016, whilst he was advising Minister Bunting at the Ministry of National Security, we had our lowest crime rate for those 4-year periods. Yeah. So we know the gem that we have loaned to St. Kitts and Nevis, to use that for lack of a better word. So we really believe that it could work.
I'm sorry, I was going to say that ironically, you have Major Saunders, who is Jamaican, who's actually advising, and was, apart from others, he guided along with Permanent Secretary Petty and guys like Nital and so on, who really moved that peace initiative forward. So
yes,
but it's very, very interesting, though, and that you think I can work in Jamaica.
Yeah, because you need to meet the issue is that you will always have there are hotspots in certain communities that you know will pop up. Yeah, you cannot fight crime by becoming a military state or a police state. Yes, you fight crime by social interventions. Yes, by getting the young people to understand the benefits of being away from crime.
Got you, my brother. I hope that Jamaica is okay. Okay, we seem to have lost a call. But
no, I'm here,
from Jamaica. I know you would say that we digress somewhat. Move away from the substantive matter tonight. Moved on to crime, but it's all part of Straight Talk. Straight Talk is your program. We entertain your views. No matter what you'll hear, some may try to make you believe otherwise. On Straight Talk, we discuss the issues of national interest, be they technological, be they social, be they economic, and of course, many of you know, like the political. We were looking at the COVID-19 pandemic, and by special request, I decided to continue our discussion from Monday, especially since we have heard about the receipt of vaccines from Dominica, and they also receiving our quota as well shortly. I think I heard the 22nd. But let's go back to the lines. Caller, it's 7 minutes past 9 o'clock. You're live.
Greetings in the name of our great African ancestors, especially the most honorable Marcus Messiah, Guardian, Queen, and King. God blessed evening, my beloved African brother. How are you, my beloved?
I am peaceful, my brother. Yourself?
Good, man. Good. You look like you bring all of this snow, man. That's just a like moment, beloved. Now, beloved, you're talking about the vaccine and, there's consequences and the good things and whatever. But let me say, who want to take it? Take it. That's his right or her right, beloved. But I still stand by what I said. The only vaccine I trust and the only vaccine that, if it come down, that I have to take, any vaccine, there'll be a vaccine out of Cuba. But that's just me. Who want to take it is their right. I'm not telling anybody not to, and I'm not telling anybody to take it, beloved. It's just how they see it. Want to take it, they take it. If they don't want to, it's dead. But I state my case with that. No, beloved. But we must boost up our immune system. Beloved, let me repeat that. We must boost up our immune system to help ward off this COVID, beloved. Because vaccine don't prevent no one from getting COVID enough. I hope our people know that, beloved. But and continue, our people must continue also to adhere to the protocols, beloved. Must do that, beloved. And brother, let me just segue a little bit, beloved. Brother, there was a burning issue leading up to the 2015 election. Very burning at a particular hotel with all the government. I mean, the people think it's Nevis, 80 to $100 million. I am just sounding the alarm. Did the people of St. Kitts Nevis receive that money in the treasury of St. Kitts and Nevis? Just asking, Mr. Prime Minister, I like to know, not me, let me just say, we would like to know, we demand to know if whatever happened. Because these people cannot do things like that, and our people, when the electricity, this and that is cutting off, I mean, this administration give a lot of time for you to come in and do what you got to do. But you know, some people, but if a brother or sister cannot pay, they should be given a break. Not giving concession hundreds of millions of dollars to big businesses and make millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. That got to stop, man. That got to stop, and it got to stop now, beloved. All of that money could go towards helping our people, our young people, boost up agricultural production. Come on, Mr. Prime Minister, the entire cabinet, man. These are concessions. I don't say like just stop it like that, but go and say this. If this person is to get $100 million a year, $2 million, you go quarter. For first 3 months of the year, you cut that. You go quarter. Next 3 months, you cut another quarter. And next 3 months, you cut it. And then, whether you just let them bring, we got to be a little concession where is needed, especially to poor people. That these big, rich companies, you give them some little thing, you know, but not while going on, man. That got to stop, and it must stop now, beloved. Must stop. Brother, let me say, man, and I'm still, in closing, I'm still waiting. What you said?
Go ahead, brother.
Yes. I'm still waiting, brother, for Kansas pasture. Man, for our field, our stadium, our grounds, so our children can play football, cricket, netball, the sisters, them, and whatsoever. Turn it into a recreational park, so our people could have all kind of functions over there. Come on, man, people of constituency 6 waited like, I know COVID last year, but we had 5 years before that, man. Come on. 5 years. So, Prime Minister, how long must our people wait, man? We can't stand to this nonsense for what? Maybe what, 40-something years? No! People of constituency deserve better, and better must be done now. But I continue to listen, keep up the great work, Pan-Africanism, our parish. One love, beloved.
Yes, one love, my dear brother. Nabu, right? Giving us some good recommendations as well in terms of boosting your immune system, you know, and of course adhering to the non-pharmaceutical protocols as well, continuing to sanitize, wash and sanitize your hands, you know, to wear your mask, and of course to adhere to the physical protocols. Some people say the social distancing protocols. I like the physical distancing protocols, my Straight Talk family. It's now some 14 past the 9 o'clock hour. In the event you have just joined me, my Straight Talk family, we've been looking at the performance, of course, of St. Kitts and Nevis as it relates to the COVID-19 pandemic, how we handle it, and now the light is at the end of the tunnel. A vaccine is available and will be administered, I think, for Monday. But let's go to the lines. Caller, it's 15 past 9. Caller, you're live.
Good night, brother Nabu. The last summer series in St. Thomas, when I bought a hat from you, when you were selling there in Emancipation Garden. And I'm longing to see you, brother Nabu. I am longing to see you again, man. But if you were here on the ground, you would have been able to get certain things done over there behind the partial. Nabu, you tell me you're going to come in, and I'm waiting to see you. Please come home. Okay, may I take no more promise. Good night.
Sometimes wonder how my dear brother culture gets in so frequently and some people can't get in. Tell us the trick. Next time you come on Radio Culture, you'll have to tell the whole Straight Talk family how you get in so often. Okay? Let's go back to the lines. Call you live.
Hello?
Hello, my dear.
Hello. Am I online?
You are live. The whole world is listening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Patches. I've heard all about you. I'm listening to the program and very interested about the doses having been arrived in the island, and it will be distributed soon. But I have not heard about the cost of it per person. What will it cost us to pay to get vaccinated? Someone answer me that.
I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to pay for it. I think it's administered freely.
Are you sure?
I am 99.9% sure.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good to hear. All right. Well, be safe and careful. Careful in the weather.
Thank you very much. I'll be. You take care.
Well, that's good to hear. All right. Well, be safe and careful. Careful in the weather.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. If it's not, the man here advocating that it should be free, right? I believe that is a public good, and knowing the Prime Minister and his members of Cabinet, I think they would be, I can't say it now, but different to others if they are going to charge for that vaccine. The vaccine is being given pro bono, as some people say in law. Caller, you're live.
Yes. Good evening, Patrick. Me again on the last call. Right. Looking at the PAM, the Labour people, looking at the PAM people, the Unity people, the CCM, and the Team Unity people, what they face down the bank today, trying to get the money. So everyone, Labour people, yes I am there to represent, but the day looking for the money, police is going to come tomorrow will leave Friday Garcia down there because people say they want all the money to put in the bank just by the circus down there. I forget when you First Caribbean Bank, a white man bank. So people going now from black bank to white one. Yes, and you have a good night. Safe journey and wrap up good, because wrapping up good later. See you.
Thank you very much, my dear friend from down west. Caller, you are live.
Good night, Honorable Patches Liburd.
Good night, People's King.
I said, right now, if that position you have, and your son was alive, if that's a powder he died, that it was too much to mention. Yeah, but Patches, good day, good evening. Right now, right, the government has done the best to try to
pay for some vaccine before, and I was lucky enough to get some from the Prime Minister friend in Dominica, which everyone will be arriving. We cannot hold people and shove them in the arm, but the fact remains that people know the sickness, how many millions of people, thousands and millions of people done dead already. So I hope we use with discretion and take the vaccine. So that's all I have to say tonight, Patches. And God bless you and bless the government. And let me thank the leadership matters, because the two of them was good. Everybody, they only show you that the leadership matters could function at any time. You understand me? Anybody go on there, they can function. So from the Honorable Sean and the Honorable Byron and the Honorable oh, you know what I mean, okay? Yeah, so that is it. But you stay safe, stay cool, and stay guarded. God bless you, sir.
God bless you as well, my dear brother Rock, the people's king. It's 20 past 9. I go straight back to the lines. What do you think about the vaccine, caller?
President, good evening to you, Patches. How are you? I hope you're fine.
I am peaceful. I'm smiling now. I see the dimples.
Well, Nabu, the constituency 6 need things they must try to help themselves and what's not. And they help themselves, then they will get help and what's not. Because imagine today in the House of Assembly, they're talking serious business. And the two for constituency 6 talking nonsense. What they might talk about football and how people going to get to sell nuts. They ain't serious at all. The two of them from the constituency 6, come on. They need to get real. If they want assistance, good assistance, they're going to have to try to do something good too for them to get good assistance. And tell you, you Labour friend from down so. She must not let nobody give her nothing to say. Say what she got to say, boy, she says. Don't take nothing from nobody and say what they got, what they tell her what to say and what not. Let she come and here and speak for herself and stop take what people tell her to say. And you have a pleasant night.
Have a pleasant night as well, my dear sister. And yes, the vaccines, I think the first shot, or the shots, will be administered on the 22nd. I stand to be corrected, and they will all be free. I believe, not I know rather, that CMO Laws, she gave information on the sites, and here's what she said. Wow. Okay, we don't have that soundbite. I thought we had that soundbite up.
Distribution.
Yes.
Now, in terms of vaccine cold chain, in St. Kitts and Nevis, we are presently improving and expanding our storage capacity for vaccines at the Central Medical Stores, at the JNF General Hospital, and at Alexandra Hospital. And so these would be our principal storage points, but then vaccines will also be transferred to the Poxon Hospital and Mary Child's Hospital, where we have generators. And then on the vaccination days, vaccines will be transferred from these storage points to the point of service delivery, where are the vaccination sites. So in essence, the health centers the designated vaccination sites. So yes, in St. Kitts, 11 health centers, Nevis, 6 health centers. These health centers will be deemed our vaccination sites. So at present, the Ministry of Health, we are ascertaining our state of readiness for the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine. And so each health center is tasked with ensuring that they have adequate supply of, syringes, needles, alcohol swabs, etc. Everything that will be required to administer this vaccine safely to our people.
Okay, they will be administered at the 17 clinical sites around the Federation, 6 in Nevis and 11 in St. Kitts. Let's go back to the lines. A caller, you are live. I want to thank you for holding.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Patrick Liburd. How are you?
I am peaceful. How are you?
I'm the same, cool and cold out here, like how you cold over there. Yeah, just something to concern about. Is anything that we had in with the National Bank, we had in like the Bank of Commerce, because what I seen and hearing on the road is very frightening. First everybody was taking it light last week, Thursday and Friday, but now people want to withdraw the money. I just hope we ain't heading down that street there. Because I remember my daddy tell me he had to go out at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning just to get some money. And it wasn't much, and afterward they just cut it off like that. Nobody could have get none, but one person went in there one day and they say, demand a lot of money for themselves, and that was it. Because, he was maybe one of them big official person. I wasn't here, I was in St. Martin, so I just asked him the question. When I came home, I met it too. Yeah, because, they need to come out and tell us really what's going on. And Mr. Liburd, the people calling in, those who really high up in the head and those who not too high. Sometimes those who not too high, people mustn't come on and tell us about people, give them things to say. People, you got your instinct. I could be sitting down here and just something developing me and say, let me ask Mr. Liburd this question and, try it out there how we're going to sound. The person asking the question to get back answer. Because see what happened to Haiti, we don't want that here. Because if, God forbid, if we don't get no answer with this thing, it could explode like when a firebomb explode in your face. So we need to ask questions to get good answer. Regardless to whether you come out of high school as scholar or you just come out of junior school. We need answer, and by right, every man to their own order because we instinct. If you want to eat something and it's not tasting good, you start to spit it out. So what happened when we want answer to know what's going on? And what's frightening, we hear breaking the people, the money still spending like a junking sailor. People getting money, they in government job, they still getting money to buy a vehicle, to give someone else to drive for their own, benefit. That is not right. Because this money where we put there is for all of the money, and when time to get back the money, we should really try to get back with money. And Mr. Liburd, God forbid, I don't really want to know like what's going on in Haiti now come, Because we don't, like we could 3 quarters shut down already, that means we shut right down. Nobody want to go down the road, nobody bring it on ourselves. But with what I hearing through the grapevine, I don't hear them, there's somebody over here going to open a project to the back of me deal. Up there because I live up in Buckley's Heights. When I asked him, when I tell him the person, no man, it's going to break it. They say, we better hush him out. It's about a government business, it's government thing. Somebody in government and somebody else in government going to do it. We got to watch these things. Others say,
watch these things and sift them out good. We need to take our time. Money don't think up all this money we give people again who in a little Tony job. Just got a little Tony job, get them all $4,000. This $1,000, that $1,000. It's hard, you know, Mr. Lai, but it's really hard to know that, you know, we ain't got no income now. Tourism gone hold up for a while. They gone in the Caribbean, intensive care with the say. So I think we need to really go to the joint board and sip out our things and let the people in authority come with some good answer. Because nobody wants to say the country upset like 93 on them things. We just want it to be smooth. Explain to us what's really going down. Let us feel comfortable, you know. You pull a child with a sweetie, you feel like you get a whole big ice cream. So we need to get, you know, the ice cream taste. And
got you loud and clear, with you.
Yeah, so let us work out something for us. Thank you for listening. I'm very concerned.
Thank you very much for your input. You know, I cannot defend National Bank because I don't know about National Bank enough to defend them, except to say that I'm a shareholder of the bank. And I'll be mortally surprised if this premier financial institution in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union with such liquidity will have a problem like referred to about the Bank of Commerce. Two different animals, quite frankly. I don't have a copy of the release from the bank, but I read it someplace. I don't know where the issues are coming from. And you have a right, and people have a right to be concerned. I agree with you, right? And like I said, the bank, then I'm sure they have their own PR people, and they would no doubt satisfy the questions being asked. Permit me to say a few words, and this is a little off topic tonight, but I'll read it. Permit me to say a few words to Ira McMahon. Reads this email. Sir, your strategic message of changing governments until the proper one is found is nothing but a red herring and a stratagem of deception. You see, you are cooping to get Labour back in government, but we are not foolish to accept your fallacious argument on continuous changes. Arguably, team unity notwithstanding, not perfect, has demonstrated not only good governance, but the best governance this federation has ever witnessed. If you are dissatisfied with Labour and bitter with unity, then come for a new party government. You have all the answers. You are the panacea for the solutions of the federation. Then put your name on the ballot, form a party, and contend to lead the federation. In the absence of that, your incessant call for changes of governments only amount to empty rhetoric and waffling talk. Read this email. And those are the views of the emailer, not necessarily the views of Straight Talk and or the host of Straight Talk. And my Straight Talk family, if you just joined us, we are discussing, as at 9:33, we are discussing the issues as it relates to COVID. And that lady was right. It's one thing you said, I would agree with you wholeheartedly, is in terms of the impact, the negative impact that this COVID has had on our tourism industry. It has slowed down many other businesses as well, the lessons we have learned, and we have been impacted all financially and otherwise, and as well psychologically Don't lose sight of that. It's 8:34 or 9:34. Beg your pardon. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, thank you for holding. You're live.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
National Bank has put out a statement and informed its customers that there is no problem there are no problem for its depositors. I believe National Bank. I think the management and directors of National Bank are telling the truth. I believe National Bank. They've said it 3 times, and I believe them. National Bank doesn't have a problem. The nonsense and the continuous social media chatter is the same thing that happened when COVID-19 came on for us. And everybody became so all types of information and all that. National Bank says that National Bank is okay, and I believe National Bank. Thank you, Patriots.
Thank you very much. As I said, I read that. I didn't have it before me, but I concur with you as well, my Straight Talk family. But as I said, the National Bank is the premier financial institution throughout the entire Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. And I haven't been reading the social media chatter as you referred to, because at times you just have to avoid them. But as we said as well, I was saying before your call that the COVID-19 shock to the economies around the world, inclusive of our economies here in the Caribbean, is unlike any other shocks we have seen or witnessed or experienced in recent history. It is a demand shock, as large segments of the economy are shut down, such as our airline industry, which is partly shut down, the cruise, tourism, and most of the service and hospitality sector. But is stimulating demand the right public policy or right public policy response? That's a question some ask. Some pundits posit the view that it is a supply shock because workers are locked down at home. But supply side stimulus as well the right policy response is another question we ask. I wonder, because the outbreak has to pass before workers can get back to their jobs. That's a statement of fact. Caller, you are live at 23 before 10.
Patches, good night.
My dear, good night.
How are you?
Dear family.
I hope you're keeping yourself warm
much
and you're wearing your mask. Listen, that incident that happened last week with the bank, Friday, I don't know if it's somebody, if it's a gentleman from National Bank or ECCB Bank was on the radio, but he was speaking about the machine, then that you can go to the machine and get your money, and the bank will be open Friday until 5 o'clock. Now, what thing that people don't understand, I don't think the people, the big man for the bank, them will stop here and let people money go down the drain. I think, I stand to be corrected, I believe he said that they already do what they had to do with some line and everything gone, they have it secure. I mean, you see, they want to bring down my government, but then I bring them down. They're going to be there till whenever God tell them your all time is up. And that is what have a lot. You can't study to them and here say, and that is what leading a lot of us. That's why I don't listen to somebody when they come tell me and say you hate on the radio now. Well, I don't want to hear it. And that's my input for tonight. They need to just listen and stop listen to the propaganda what they're hearing. Because you see, when people find that you're back in the government, they're glad to throw that on you. And when they know you're going with it. They know you're going with it, so you're going on the radio with it, and that is the problem. But God bless my government. Take care. You make sure you keep yourself warm and you mask. Love you very much. Bye.
Love you more, my dear. And I want to thank, before I take the call, I want to thank my brother for sending me. I don't think he wants me to call his name, but my brother, you know who you are. I owe you a call and should call you shortest. And this press release, come from the National Bank, or to be correct, the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. And it reads, and I quote, "To our valued customers, National Bank is currently experiencing an interruption in service caused by an IT security incident." And IT is the information technology security incident. We would like to stress that there has been no theft of funds from the bank. As a precautionary measure, we have preemptively taken our systems offline, which is likely to result in customers experiencing longer wait times in branch. And please accept our apologies for any inconvenience. To reiterate, all funds are secure, and we invite our customers to utilize ATMs or the 1,300 point-of-sale machines across the Federation to access their funds and complete electronic transactions. We have also decided to extend opening hours for today until 5 p.m. Friday, the 12th February 2021, so that our customers can access their funds. As soon as we became aware of the issue, we launched an urgent ongoing investigation. This is progressing as an absolute priority, and we are working diligently to get all our systems back online and to restore our normal level of service as soon as possible. We would like to sincerely apologize again for the inconvenience caused and appreciate your patience while we work to restore all our systems. We will keep you informed of relevant updates as appropriate. As is coming from the management of St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. That is clear, concise, straightforward, and in ordinary language that everyone should understand. So why should you listen to any other chatter? Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live. Are you there, caller? I want to thank you for holding, caller. You're live. Are you listening to me, caller?
Okay. Good evening, Patrick. Me again.
Yes, good evening.
Yes. Patrick, the caller before those two callers. Your mother, she just walk up and down town and listen to hear where everybody got to say. She not got no reason to say nothing because she don't know nothing. She just walk and listen, go down town, listen. She just look at the woman down a boy. All of them just walk to take things from people. I could talk about the woman down a boy because at night, when she call in,
my dear,
just before she hang up, I hear when a man tell her, say this,
hello?
And then she hang up. Yes.
Yeah, but I see your dimples, right? Don't get caught up with that. You know, just see it, listen to it, and then it goes to the other ear. Okay?
Yeah, but there must not be some mischief. There mustn't be some mischief. Just watching, listening when people say you don't have a reason. When I come on and stop this radio, you come talk and what's not enough. It ain't one of bodies tell me, you know, and whatever I hear the person say and the ear, then I will come in and I will rebut by that. I don't take on when nobody say because a lot of people out there sort of will want to see the bank fail, fall down, and we not start to blame the government and what's not. So you don't take on them, them mischief maker. You have a pleasant night.
Have a pleasant night, and that's no doubt what straight talk is all about. But everybody has their view, so don't get too upset about the other person's view. Call your life.
Patches, on a serious note. Patches, you know that how we battled with the COVID-19 since last year, March. The country got to close down. And the frontline workers with the government and the doctors and everything got to do what they got to do to close this country down. Some we ain't get affected or somebody come in the country illegally and affect nobody. They say we are mask, social distant. They give us a time to go shop and everything. And Patches, we know we went through. And Patches, me, Mr. Politics, I will never like to see this country closed down again. You understand? And Patches, we had it so difficult. And you never hear nobody from the opposition side and somebody who from the opposition who supporting the opposition come on and commend the Dr. Laws and Dr. Wilkinson for the wonderful job have they done to keep this COVID out of St. Kitts and commend the police them to control our borders from the community spread, to commend the police them and the soldiers them. That when the country was closed down, that remember that the guilt that one side of the country go shop and the next side of the country go shop 1 week, one day and next day. And that was concern that the Prime Minister and the Cabinet and the plans that work out for the people of this country. Instead of that, you hear people calling, talking out and negative things. The Prime Minister was to make a broadcast on Saturday. And you know when you people say, oh, the Prime Minister going to make a broadcast because he's going to close down the country again. Because some doctor, right, affected by COVID and people went in the office then and he came to the people and he got hearing work in quarantine and a kind of negative thing you're hearing. You never hear nothing positive coming from them. And Patches, me I tell you, Patches, it come maybe all of some people get. You understand? Some people, I know some people that get senile in the brains when they reach a certain age, they get dementia or something. And I believe some people going to dementia. Because, Patches, let me tell you something. National Bank problem, I listen to the man. I got account in the National Bank. I got bank in National Bank since me 16 years. And, Patches, to be truthful, me don't in concern, me listen to the man. Me don't the bank go wash the money. Because, Patches, you know, me do me little thing here and there. I work for the government and my money don't go to the bank, National Bank. I mean, I don't reason to go down in the line because I don't only say work here and there. But you know, it goes out to these people who got maybe the family and the children to feed and could not get the money because to confirm about them. But listening to people and going on to talk about National Bank, this and people keep about million and all kind of nonsense in the bank and this and that and the other. You understand? Then people national concern, they love the country. And the propaganda is just I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what to say with our people in this Federation of St. Kitts, a small country like us. So before we try to commend the government for what they're doing to keep COVID away from the people of this country. Oh my God. Father, you know. Well. I listen to some people, Patches, and it seems to me that the older they get, the more something wrong, Patches. Anyway, Patches, you have a wonderful night. And I want to wish all those frontline workers and all those who control this COVID, you understand? Wish them all the best. And when the vaccine starts to out, whoever suffers the chronic disease, just make sure you go to the health center and just tell them what you suffer with them, so that you go, if they don't get the vaccine, if they won't take the vaccine and you can't take it, they don't want to give it. You understand? Because our people are too negative. And they just try to bring down item before the praise. But Patrick, I don't tell you again, you know, I say again, only unity can work in this country right now. Nothing else can work for unity. So all who got the differences against the unity government, let it lie down there. Patrick, you have a wonderful night again. God bless.
Okay. Have a wonderful night as well, and I want to thank my dear brother for sending me an updated release, actually dated the 16th of February. What am I thinking about here? And it reads, and I quote, "To our valued customers, National Bank continues to experience an interruption in service caused by an IT security incident. As a precautionary measure, the bank preemptively decided to take all systems offline to contain the incident and ascertain its severity. We also wanted to take the time to accurately inform our customers about the incident and resumption of our clients' services. As of today, Tuesday, February 16, 2021, underline, as of today, Tuesday, February 16, 2021, the following services are restored: ATMs, point of sale, telephone, debit card services, and emails. It is important to note," continues the release, "that credit card services were not affected by the incident and continue to remain operational. The bank is executing a plan alongside its partners to ensure that our services are back online as soon as possible. This is progressing as an absolute priority, and we are working diligently to make sure that our customers are able to access all of our services. We would like to sincerely apologize again for the inconvenience caused and appreciate your patience as we work to restore all of our systems. We will continue to keep you informed of relevant updates as appropriate. Management, St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla. As a matter of fact, there was a release today, so I'll get up to date. And a professor in university who always said, get up to date. National Bank would like to provide, that seems to be the same as yesterday anyway, but let me read it nonetheless. National Bank would like to provide an update on the IT security incident that we recently experienced. We are continuing to implement our plan to swiftly restore all of our services and apologize once again for the disruption to our services. The bank is fully dedicated to ensuring that our customers are able to access all of our services as soon as possible, so we have been working tirelessly to get our online and app-based systems back up and running. We know how important these services are to our clients and are pleased to say that the bank is currently uploading all manual transactions to our systems. Our mobile app and our online services will be restored as soon as this process is completed. Customers will be able to log into their accounts and all transactions logged, so balances will be up to date. We would like to reassure our customers that there has been no theft of funds from the bank. It is important to note that credit card services have not been impacted by this incident. The following services have also been restored and are fully operational: ATMs, wire transfers, point of sale, telephone, debit card services, emails. Finally, we would like to thank you for understanding and patience during this temporary disruption. It is important to stress that this is an isolated incident and we have never experienced a similar incident in our history. The bank is completely committed to taking the time to ensure we are keeping our customers informed of accurate, verified, and relevant updates. So again, my Straight Talk family, and to those who are getting upset for some of the callers, I mean, Straight Talk entertains diverse views. And what you should do, fret not yourself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against them that work unrighteousness. The Psalm of David, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, Don't fret, my straight dog family, because of evildoers. Neither be envious against those who walk on righteousness. Psalm 37, verse 1. Again, National Bank is not one, the premier financial institution in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. And the ECCB has said nothing. So why are we worried about these evildoers? Caller, thank you for holding. You are live.
Mr. Liburd, I was not going to call in, but I agree with the lady.
Take your radar equipment down. Come on, I want the whole world to hear you.
I was listening to my Prime Minister's speech, but I never know it coming true. I agree with the lady, she's so right, but you read it just like how it is. Ha ha, I see you on my TV, none like you. But it's who don't want the government and don't want them to get through and getting everything, making mischief. But they're right, you all got them in everything. And the sugar program saying the Prime Minister not saying it he first. So what that is to do with them? He doing good and that's what have them. Good night, wherever you be. Get home safely. And if we so cold, imagine you. But put the pudding, the pork on the shelf, the window, it will keep. And a warm pot for you.
Thank you. That sounds like Alice in Wonderland. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live.
Patis.
My lord.
Good night. How are you? Sean family.
Good night, dear.
Glad to hear your voice. Thank God for the job we are doing. And God bless the government and CMO and the doctors, okay? No matter what they say. And be safe. And I pray for Sean that the pose he reached, that he reached so far. And I'm glad for him. And big up Shasha. Big up yourself. And be safe up there. Paula.
Thanks a lot.
Okay? Sean family.
Yes, Paula.
From FT. Love you all the time. And keep up the good work.
FC.
No matter what they say. And be safe. And I proud of Sean.
Okay.
We from FT where the best be. And big up my family station, my kids. And be safe because it's very cold down here.
Okay.
Okay? Love you.
Thanks a lot.
Always. I'm calling from Sadler. Love you. Yes. Take care. Safe up there. Bless.
Thanks
My love.
Thanks a lot. Paula from SP with the best be. Caller, you're live.
Yes, good evening, all of the patches. People work for their money, right? And they can't talk on the phone. And when we want to bang them out and say, oh, I said this and I said that, everybody feeling it. How the song say? Everybody feeling it. How the woman sing. And the trees in the cabinet. Right? So everybody feeling it. Ha 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 ha. Everybody laugh and everybody enjoy. But everybody gonna reach at the bank tomorrow and you want to take a picture, people, and show it to put it at the Facebook. I don't want to happen to them. I work for my money and I can't bang them out. But then I listen what people say, cause they all woman like story. Some of me want like story, but I get it from too far from the workers them. So everybody like story. So when they say people tell me this and people tell me that, they look at them, they don't want nobody from the show. If they don't want me from the show, I got my money and I got my house. So me not go to them. See you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you going to take your vaccine?
Well, I will get it because they say, you know what? People get it and they're sick and all kind of things. So I don't know. So I will get to see. But I want my social and everything. Before then, I get my social. Yes. You. And take care. And
okay, man.
So I hope to get a wife up there. Up there, get a lot of wife. But don't take no me age. Because no one will come to you. See you. Love you.
Love you more, my dear. That's my dear friend from down west. She's not certain she'll take the vaccine. But the value of science has become clearer and clearer. We have followed the science. Let's go back to the lines, caller. You're live as we wind down tonight's programming.
I didn't want to come in, but one has a right to be concerned. So I don't vex with people who are concerned. But don't listen to stupidness on the street. Get it from a radio. Lest we forget 1999 when there was propaganda spreading all over St. Nevis that the millennium gonna make plane drop or the sky computer gonna stop work. So go for your money out the bank. I got a US fixed deposit in the bank and it's still in there. And I leave from here New Year's Day, and I went back St. Thomas on a plane. No plane drop over with me yet. So propaganda, don't listen to them people. Be wise. Educate yourself with true facts. Thank you, Patrick. Good night. I didn't want to call back, but I had to say this. Don't forget the new millennium. All right.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Patches. Reads this email. National Bank is one of the strongest, if not the strongest bank in the region, beg your pardon. So I don't think that there's a need for anyone to fear. Additionally, the ECCB will not sit by and allow the institution to falter, so people's monies are safe. However, people are fickle when it comes to money, so it's very important that they try to resolve their issues sooner rather than later, reads this email. Well, I think my time is up. Perhaps take my final call if there is a call. If not, we are gonna take this our final call. Call your live.
Yes, Patches, good night.
My dear brother, you're bringing down the house.
Patches, good night. Mr. Liburd, we know you got a lot of chattel. Don't mean well. For the country and the glad for national. Patches, you ever buy the sugar pier fishing? You know where sorry bum fishing? It's one of the greediest fish in the sea water. You get a piece of bait, you swallow all. So if you go fishing and you catch nothing at all, you must get a sorry bum. And that's how some of them are behaved. But I want to tell you something. We're going on around here. And if it's true, I really don't like them kind of things. And unity is supposed to chant in them courts view. Let me tell you something, Patches. You remember when the port took over the security over at Fort Zante? I get on this show and ask you to take back all the workers to work. And you did that. Thank you for that. Well, I understand that a contract will have been given out to somebody in Old to clean up the port, up the airport. And the person, Patches, telling people that they're going to bring the people. Well, I want unity government now, you know. That they ain't going to work the same, you know. Whoever the person is, they got to employ back all the workers them up there. And going forward, these people got children to feed. And if they're waiting for them kind of things and playing them kind of games there with politicians, they're going to hear jam down, you know. They're going to hear jam down because this world game ain't going to work so, you know. We as a unity government is victimizing nobody. These people at the port must get back, go up the airport. They must give them the opportunity to get back a job, if it's so. You understand? Whoever getting the contract, this is jam down talking, you know. And this world game ain't gonna work so. You understand? Patches, I want to tell you, right, that we have to thank Miss Laws, Dr. Cameron, a getter man, a boy school man. We got to thank them for the job that they're doing. In fact, the whole LOC and the chairman of the LOC, we have to congratulate them for the job they have been doing to St. Nevis. And we asking the people them to cooperate, because this thing is alive and kicking, you know, like Charlotte say, you know. This song is alive and kicking. Patches, people around Bastille, it come like they're getting stupid. These people look like they don't understand what's going on in St. Lucia and Grenada. But let me tell them, they're going to mash up the Unity Council. According to politics is the best thing I ever see as a government. And unity is working, and unity will always work. The only thing to make unity work if the minister themselves make an ass of themselves. And one in the sink it's Nevis. We cannot go over town or put back nobody there who can't manage money. Refinances must be checks and balance. You must keep somebody there who got the all and understand money. Not people who spend with money like a drunken sailor. We don't want that. We had enough of that. You know, I hear the vagabond say at time, the master flying. What is that to tell a country? The master flying. Patches, have a good night here. And send some this snow down here for jam down. Have a good night.
Have a good night, my dear brother. And perhaps that's the way we're going to end it tonight. Jam down, always assertive, always passionate about his views. And his views is about equity. And we said, or the Team Unity Administration said, I'll still say, I should say, fair share for all. So one could understand his passion. And as we wind down, I implore you not to move your dial, because Theo Clark comes into the house anytime now. So my children family, I want to thank Almighty God for guiding our conversation tonight. And we spoke about the balance between health and the economy. And we found that balance in St. Kitts and Nevis. That's why we were doing so well. And as we move forward as well, we continue to yield to the science. And Prime Minister Harris, who came, cometh the time, cometh the man, as I said before. And he has implored us. He has implored us that we ought to take the vaccine.
On every citizen and resident, Mr. Speaker, who is eligible to receive the vaccine to take it. By taking the vaccine, you are not only protecting yourself, but those around you, and those who are too young, too frail or ill to take the vaccine. There is, we are aware, a global anti-vaccine campaign that has impacted our citizens and residents, and it has created a real challenge to our efforts to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. We believe that vaccination is a most important tool in the fight to end this pandemic and ensure a return to normalcy.
And yes, my Straight Talk family, the phases have been outlined by CMO Dr. Hayes' laws. We have all agreed, I think we have agreed tonight, that the value of science has become clearer and clearer throughout this pandemic. And there is the view that vaccines are ultimately what will end the spread of this virus. Like my brother Nabu said, you still have to boost your immunity or your immune system. Still have to wash your hands, sanitize your hands, wear your mask, and ensure physical distancing. I thank God, like I said, for guiding our conversation today or tonight, and as always, I want to thank you, the many callers. I want to thank you, the listeners. The Facebook or social media, massive Facebook and YouTube and other media. those on ZIZ Radio, the national station. Don't you move your dial. The mayor of St. Paul's comes right in after this program. But until we connect for another edition of Straight Talk on Monday, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Be good to all whom you meet. And remember that whatever your mind conceive, that you will achieve. But you first got to believe. So when you wake in the morning, thank God for the morning light. And thank Him for taking you through the night. And my Straight Talk family, keep moving on. Bye-bye. Until we connect on Monday for another edition of Straight Talk.
In the morning, I thank God for the morning light. Give Him thanks and praises for taking me safely through the night. For the rest of food and loving care, and for my mother's breath of life that's got me here. So whatever my mind conceives that I will achieve, you better believe, because I do the things I should, be to my brethren kind and good, the best I could. So I'll keep moving on, I won't stop now. I'll keep moving on till I reach the top somehow. Down on my knees